He's back. I'm joined right now by the closer for the San Francisco Giants. He's entering his 7th Major League season. He is a 3-time All-Star. He's had 163 saves over the past 4 seasons. Brian Wilson makes his triumphant return to the jungle. Brian, what's up?
Jim, Roman numeral, Jimbo Slice, Jim, Roman Polanski, Jim, Rome wasn't built in a day. Or was it? Hello?
Hello, Brian. That's so awesome. I mean, for years I've been introducing a guest every single time they came on the program. But that's the first time anybody has ever introduced me on my own show, man. That felt great.
As you should be introduced, because there is none other than you.
I'd say the same thing about you, Brian. That is great. Thank you very much for putting in the time for that. How are things? How do you feel?
I feel pretty damn good. I'm sitting here in my house overlooking San Francisco, eating Honey Nut Cheerios. That's not a plug-in because I don't care about that stuff, but I'm eating it right now, and I'm not sorry.
You know, I'll tell you what you should feel good about. In front of me, to my left, are 2 incredible baubles. And, you know, I think back in the day when baubles first dropped, I was kind of into it, then I kind of lost interest. But you've sent me 2, or somebody sent me 2. One is a Fear the Beard bauble, which is the single best sports bauble I have ever seen. And I'm not just saying it because it's here. The second one is the Machine bauble. These are awesome. You should feel good about those.
I feel really good. I took it to a drawing board. I designed everything about it. It's got real doll hair, or real human hair. I'm not quite sure. For legality purposes, I don't know if I should even say human hair, but I just did. We don't even need to edit it. But I thought of you. I said, I'm going to send this cat my own personal doll, but the one he's going to like, the Machine. So now you never have to wonder where he is. He's always by your side.
Boy, that is the truth, isn't it? Because every time I talk to you, I wonder about the Machine, and I say, what's up with the Machine? Where is the Machine? How is the Machine? But you're right, I do know. I'm going to tell you, though, the Fear of the Beard and that hair, it's kind of creepy, man. I think it is real. That feels real.
Yeah, it's like a little mini version of me always running around, which to some people might be pretty stupid, but I think to you and I,
oh, no, I'll be keeping these. Now, what about the Machine? Give me an update. I mean, I see him in front of me, but I feel him, but where is he? What's he doing?
Well, he just discovered a new math algorithm. He's into that. Currently, he's at USF studying public speaking. He's not doing too well, but I think he'll pull through.
Brian Wilson joining us, updating us on things, all things Brian Wilson and the Machine. Hey, Brian, give me an update physically. You said you felt great, but you made just 4 appearances after August 7th. Giants fans are concerned about the elbow inflammation. How is your elbow right now?
Elbow's great. Here's the deal. I could have pitched in August and September, but clearly that wasn't my decision. The organization felt it was probably just in my best interest and in their best interest as an asset to just kind of shut down and take it about slowly, because I do have a future here in San Francisco, and I think that they want to take good care of me. So I went into my off-season rehab. I came into spring training completely ready. I had 5 innings, I believe, on the big league side, and worked a couple of innings on the minor league side. And last night I had an appearance. I felt really solid. Things are good. Mechanics are sound. And I'm basically ready for the Friday opener.
Brian Wilson, my guest, it sounds like you wanted the baseball, and you've always been a guy that likes to get after it. So when they came to you and said, we're not doing it that way, we want to shut you down, we're going to take a longer view of this, how tough was it just to sit back and let your arm rest and heal?
It was very difficult to not go postal, but I thought I'd rather do that than go to prison. So we talked about it and said, you know what, I basically agreed with them. I said, you guys know more about arms and stuff than I do. I only have 2, and that's just basically what goes on in my head. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna give it 100%. It sucks not being able to play baseball, but I became a good cheerleader, and I was actually able to watch the game from a different point of view, and able to watch some stories unfold and root on guys that were pitching and hitting. So I just became, like I said, the ultimate cheerleader, and it was kind of an experience, not one I want to repeat, but I did it, and now I'm back.
Hey, Brian, talk about getting your mind and body ready for the coming season. For instance, you've always been a guy that hit the weights pretty hard. You've always been pretty jacked. but it seems like you're focusing more on flexibility. Did you put the weights down to a certain extent, and if so, how come?
I thought I'd try something new. I'm always trying new things, and one of the new things was let's try to work on flexibility because, I was somewhat flexible, but you know what, robots aren't that flexible, and sometimes we need to put a WD-40 in there and just let those creaky things work around. So I worked on flexibility. I took away heavy weights because it's not good for your ulnar nerves, not good for your elbow to hold in the dumbbells, and I took it to a new level. Said we're just going to go crazy and completely insane, and that's what we're doing. And when I do my conditioning, it's 15 to 20 minutes of nonstop, heart rates at about 410, which to doctors are like, I don't even know how that exists, but I can show you through video. And basically, I'm working out 3 times a week with...
Oh, man, that's not physically possible. That's not physically possible for doctors or otherwise, right?
There's 3 things that's not physically possible right now, and we shouldn't be sorry about them. Jim, 3 things you're not sorry about. The fact that we rewrite history whenever we talk to each other on the radio, and ratings go through the roof.
1.
Awesome.
That's 1.
Yeah, that's 1. B, our birth, and we're American. Okay?
2.
And 5, we have to live daily being this ridiculously good-looking. And some say it's impossible, but I just say it's a choice.
It's not easy, though, man. It's hard to get through it. All right. I stand corrected. I stand corrected. Hey, how do you simulate your heart rate and the way your body reacts when you're on the mound in a game? Is that something you try and do when you're not in a game?
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. When you step onto the mound, your heart rate is about a 140, and then you're going through your motion, which is about a second and a half of just violent activity, and your heart rate gets up to about 165, depending on the inning and how much workload you've had, about 180. So you want to try to emulate that when you work out. So when I do things, I have high reps, high intensity, minimal rest. And then on certain conditioning days, you want to emulate the second of intensity to how much rest. So, I have a 2-second wind-up that is completely insane and very violent, and then I throw a pitch 17 seconds later. So when you do some conditioning sometimes, you might do the 2 to 17 ratio. So if you did a 2-second sprint, you rest for 17 seconds. But no one does 2-second sprints. You do like 10-second sprints. Then you take 170 seconds off. It kind of works. Not everyone's into it, but it's working for me, so I'm going to keep doing it.
Hell yeah. Brian Wilson, my guest. Hey, Brian, you just turned 30. Is 30 just a number? Was it just another birthday? Or did you find yourself maybe a little more reflective after hitting that number?
Well, it's interesting that you said 30 because in the media guide it says my opening day age will be 40. And I don't take offense to that at all because I look damn good right now for 40.
Right.
And, you know what? That brings back to a different point. Number C, I'm 30 and I'm not sorry about it. I feel good. Things that are different, you wake up in the morning, you're a little bit more cranky, your back's a little bit more tight, and you kind of need to just walk around a little bit, loosen things up. High five the machine, start your day.
Brian Wilson joining us. You've always taken care of your body as a trained, certified ninja. Certified ninja. Talk to me. What have you brought new to your arsenal, your repertoire? What are we going to see from you this year that we haven't seen?
Well, in the World Series, I decided to reinvent a curveball, and I threw that. And last night, I decided to reflect upon that, and I threw a curveball again, and I got good results, and it felt pretty decent. I've been throwing a knuckleball since I was -2, and I think it's actually pretty decent. Playing catch with it, it's filth muck, but catchers can't catch it. I think I'm just going to keep it to the old 1 deuce, and that means fastball cutter. It's what I do. It's been working for the last 6 seasons or so, and it's very simple.
Hey, would you ever break out that knuckleball in a game?
That answer is yes, and that brings me up to a new question that's completely off topic. Do you like pants?
That answer is yes. I wear them every single day.
What type of pants are you wearing right now? Are they American-made?
Sure.
Are they Alex Maine?
No.
I'm very upset with you, Jim Rome. Very upset right now.
I got to be honest. I'm wearing...
But I want you to answer one question. Do those pants feel amazing, the Alex Maine pants?
I don't know. I'm not wearing them.
Well, I'm wearing them, and they feel really good, and I just wanted to know your opinion on them. But moving on, obviously, because you're not wearing my pants.
What, are we going to move on to shirts now or socks?
Well, we actually could work on socks. Fans know that I wear crazy socks, and I've got about 200 pair. And I've turned my entire bureau into a sock drawer, and I've got ones like Superman with a cape on it, got some ducks. I've got little machine socks, which was kind of funny. So, fans, keep sending socks, because I wear them.
Hey, Brian, you mentioned the World Series. Where is the final out baseball from the World Series? You have it, right? No. I donated that to the city of San Francisco as a nice gesture for us winning it together. We wouldn't have been there without their fan support. So opening day 2011, I said I'd like to donate this back to the city, put it near the trophy in the stadium somewhere so everyone can, feel like they were a part of it, in which they were. Good.
I'm not a selfish guy.
No, not at all. Hey, last thought. Did you kick it with your guy Charlie Sheen in the offseason? What's he up to?
I don't know. I mean, is it cool to say winning again? Because I'm not quite sure, but I can tell you where the origin of that word came from, and it was a batch of experts called Team Awesome, which was also trademarked. And the proper use of winning is, let's say we're having a conversation. You say, hey, Weez, what did you do today? I don't know. Got a 45-minute blast session in. With the tanning bed, had some Campbell soup, just, completely winning right now. What'd you do, Jim? And you'd say, I don't know, I went on a 14-hour run, climbed Camelback, went to Mount Everest, shot a Himalayan, and, I don't know, I'm also winning. So that's where it came from.
I was going to say to you, everything comes around, but that won't come around, and no, that's not cool again. But laying it out the way you just did, yeah, I think it is cool. Winning.
That kind of is. Are you sorry for having 800,000 followers on Twitter? No, you're not. That's called winning.
No, man, exactly. And I'm not sorry that you came back on the show. It had been quite some time, but I am not at all sorry that you made your triumphant return. That's winning. Brian, great job. Appreciate you, and I appreciate the visit. Are we all good, or is there something else you want to leave them with?
Well, it's been a while since I've been in the jungle, and sometimes I've been lost here roaming through the desert. I need an appearance inside the studio, face to face with you, my man. It's been a while. I miss your musk. I need to be around you. We need to high five, and we need to make history again, because that's what the listeners want.
Well, I got a new TV show which is going to premiere in about 4 hours. So the first time you guys make it out here, why don't we do that? Brand new set, brand new TV show. You'll like it a lot.
I will. You're a great interviewer, and we can just shoot the proverbial poo.
Brian, you're a great interview. You're a great man. Listen, great to have you on the show. I'm going to find you a spot for that TV show. We will do it live. We will do it in studio, and we will. We'll share Musk. Brian, great to have you back.
Yes,
thanks so
sir.
much.
Thank you for having me back, and thank you, listeners.
I thank you. They thank you, and I appreciate the baubles. The best bauble I've ever seen. The Fear the Beard bauble, and the Machine bauble is not far behind. Brian Wilson.